Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons BTD5 Deluxe Edition. In this episode I'm going to be continuing on with my hard mode series thing, which I don't know why that feels like what I should say, even though it's like, why dare you saying it? This is episode 123 I think, or 124. I think people know what you're doing by now. I should mention, before really anything gets started, the viewer challenge videos. I know people gave me like 3 challenges and then I only did one and then didn't do one the next week. Yeah, I'll go with Boomerang Thrower. But anyways, so I know that there are other challenges on some video in my comment section, or in the comment section of one of my videos, but if you could either reply your comment on this video or on the last challenge video, just to help remind me what challenges are, just because that's why I didn't do one last week, was because I didn't see any challenges on that week's video or on the challenge video. There might have been, but I didn't see it or something. So again, if there's ever a week without a viewer challenge video, that might actually just mean that I was lazy, but will probably mean that I didn't see someone's post about it, or I didn't see any comments about it or something like that. But anyways, this is actually kind of interesting. The Slalom race thing, which I finally realized what this was. Like, I don't know why I didn't realize what this was, but I think it's kind of funny that this is here because the Olympics are starting soon. I don't know when, but sometime soon. The Winter Olympics, Sochi 2014 Winter Olympic thing. So yeah, that's a thing. I have respect for Olympics and stuff, which I don't make it sound like I do, but there was a, what's it called? The first Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I think that was for the Beijing 2008 Olympic Games. I remember watching that on TV, the actual Olympics. That was the first real Olympics games that I've ever watched, and I don't think I watched like all of it. I didn't understand exactly how the Olympics worked as far as like what was on TV at what time and everything, so it's kind of weird. But watching the Olympics plus playing the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games game made me feel like, yeah, I'm gonna work really hard and train and be an Olympic athlete. And then in like a week I was like, why would I want to be an Olympic athlete? Like, that's a lot of work, and it doesn't feel worth it. So I mean, good for the people that do try it and you know, become an Olympic athlete. That's really cool. I do respect them for that, but it's just not for me. I'm too much of a lazy couch potato to try out for the Olympics or train for the Olympics, because I know it takes so much training. And I remember thinking, like, the people that are in the Olympics started training when they were in the womb. Like, it takes years and a lifetime of dedication, and if only my parents trained me when I was little. And I was like, it probably doesn't take that much training. You probably don't have to start running from the age you were able to walk in order to run in the Olympics, but it definitely helps if you've been training your entire life. But then that kind of goes into the idea of, if you were too young to really even know what the Olympics were, and then your parents just made you start training for them your entire life, that can be a little dangerous as far as, like, you know, mental health and all that. But yeah, the Olympics and stuff. So alright, anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use a sniper to deal with camo balloons. For some reason I feel like that's a good idea. Probably not. I'm gonna end up selling the sniper eventually, but because I feel like I haven't really used the snipers that much, I feel like using them a little bit more, because they're probably like my least used, or the dart monkeys and the attack shooters are probably my least used towers. But I'm gonna use the sniper to deal with the higher tiered balloons, which is actually kind of a good combo with the glaive ricochet, because the glaive ricochet isn't that good against the higher tiered balloons. But obviously the sniper is really expensive, so it makes him a little bit less effective in the beginning rounds where you don't really have that much money. So yeah, there's that. But he is able to pop camo balloons, so that's good. I don't really need him to be too good at the beginning because he's only really needed for that one camo bloon. And then around 33 there's a bunch of yellow bloons, which can pop through 4 layers. Yellow is 4 layers, yeah. So I can actually just save up for a semi-automatic rifle once that round comes along, round 33. I'm also kind of using him for lead popping, but the boomerang thrower or the glaive ricochet also has a what's it called? Also has lead popping, so it's not that big a deal. But let's see. Once it gets to round 33, if I don't have enough, which I don't think I will have enough money for a semi-automatic rifle. If I don't have enough, then I'll sell the glaive ricochet and buy it, and then just sell it back again and get the glaive ricochet again, and then just go on from there. But next round, a bunch of zebra bloons. Not a big deal because of the glaive ricochet, and then it should tell me when the camo round. Actually, no, it doesn't really matter. I've got this semi-automatic rifle anyways, so it should be a bunch of yellow bloons, which should be fine for this semi-automatic rifle sniper monkey. So let's see how well this goes. And yep. Alright, so the yellow bloons are only 4 layers, and this sniper monkey is able to pop through 4 layers at once, and he has a fast enough attack rate to pop all of the bloons before they even get on screen. So that was pretty well done, I must say. I'm going to use Bomb Tower for no particular reason, just because I feel like it. And I'm going to sell that thing and buy this thing and give it that thing. And huzzah, I actually bought the radar scanner before I bought the other stuff that probably would have been a little more useful. So anyways, let's see. I don't remember when the next camo bloon appears. I think it's around 39 or 37 maybe. At the very end of the round, there's a bunch of white bloons, white camos, which kind of seems like a random bloon to be camo, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see, is it at the end of round 37? I think it is. I'm gonna go with cluster bombs and then balloon impact for this one. No real particular reason. Let's see, is it at the end of this round? Will it appear soon? Yep, right there. So round 37, gotta remember that. Good thing I already had a radar scanner, because that's nice. But anyways, I'm going to be using the balloon impact and the cluster bombs and the balloon impact, because this little area is really tightly compacted. So the balloon impact will be useful for gathering all the balloons back right there. So I do need to remember that there are Moabs. Those are a thing. I do need to worry about that. And what I think I'm going to do for that is maybe... Could go back to sniper. Yeah, I think I will go back to a sniper just for this beginning first Moab. So set it to strongest, and oh wow, that was actually a lot of balloons that just kind of got by. And oh dang it, I should have gone for balloon impact rather than the sniper at that point. But we'll see how this goes. Should be okay. Ceramics will still be a bit of a problem, as they always are. But glaive ricochet plus cluster bombs is pretty good area of effect, or pretty good coverage in general. And then the sniper is just a little added support, basically. Let's see, round 43. Nothing too particularly important about this one, except that there's all those ceramics, which obviously weren't too big of a deal, but the balloon impact that I just bought will be very helpful. However, now that the Moab's coming up soon, I probably should have prioritized the sniper. I'm just all out of whack on this episode. I'm going to save just in case. Although now this is round 35, so I'm going to go with Deadly Precision to get those 18. Actually, wait. I just realized having the semi-automatic rifle is better than having the Deadly Precision in this case. Just to help out getting rid of the Moab layers first. But what I'm going to do next is a Monkey Apprentice, I guess. I guess that's what I'm going to do. Use the Monkey Apprentice for the Disciple of Air ability once I get up to it, just to help out with knocking back balloons. And of course, because it's half health anyways, that was a pretty easy victory. And we gotta sell the Sniper Monkey to get the Tempest Tornado, or not the Tempest Tornado, to get the Summoned Whirlwind, and then I'll get the Tempest Tornado afterward. And in doing so, I'm trying to get all my balloons, all my towers to cluster all the balloons near the beginning, and then of course that does still leave the problem of Moab class balloons. I should probably not use this then, or not use that technique, unless I'm going with a Spike Factory, which will help with that problem. Get the Moab Shredder Spikes. Alright, so now with the Moab Shredder Spikes all over the place now, actually then yeah, in that case, let's move this to the top so that the Moab Shredder Spikes are more focused near the top. That way it's more likely that the Moab will get popped earlier rather than later. And then with all the balloon impact, which actually I should move this closer, maybe? No? This is probably a good spot for it. Tempest Tornado, I really need to get that one. So just a couple more, although I could also get Spike Storm. Nah, I'll get the Tempest Tornado first, because Tempest Tornado will probably become more useful more quickly. And that did... yeah, gonna go for the Tempest Tornado once I'm able, but alright, there we go. So now the Tempest Tornado / Massive Air is a lot more effective. Glaive Ricochet is good just for clumps, although again I should probably build a couple more to make it a little bit more effective. Although, yeah, I'm gonna use an Ice Tower again to slow everything down. I know that the Tempest Tornado will remove the frozen effect on the balloons. However, having the Arctic Wind will slow down the balloons within its range, which actually, again, not again, but in that case, if I'm going to be using the Arctic Wind, then I should move it down a little bit so that more of its range covers the track, or more of the track is within its range. Because if I had it back where I was, then getting the Arctic Frost would have meant a lot more of the range outside of the track, I guess. Alright, so I've got my Ice Tower to slow down any balloons that come through and freeze them, but then the Tempest Tornado will kind of get rid of that. The Balloon Impact has a pretty good range, although I could improve on that placement. Place it a little closer, and there, that's a little bit better. So that now it's able to attack from closer, or sooner, I guess. Now with this, I guess I could go for a mortar. Last time I used the mortars on the Balloon Impact, not the Balloon Impact, the Balloon Circles track. Come on, get there. Because I was using it for the Signal Flare ability, I was just going on the right side upgrade, but then someone was saying in the comments that they thought the big one would have been a really useful ability right here. And sure, that probably would be really good, so I might as well use it. Since I've got all this other stuff, and I'm definitely being a lot more strategic in this episode, this track. Not really sure why. It's kind of interesting to really use the effect of these towers rather than just the raw attack power. Like I mentioned in last week's episodes with Balloon Circles and Archipelago, how in Archipelago I just spammed a bunch of destroyers, which just had really good attack speed and attack rate and all that, which was nice, but it wasn't quite enough to just overcome the massive amounts of balloons. So using these towers that are more specialized, which may not have necessarily the best attack power, like attack speed and popping power and all that, but all of their abilities, like the slowing down, the knocking back, the stream busting or whatever, all of those abilities combined make it a really powerful force against the balloons, which I think is a little bit more my style in general, like for, what's it called, what am I thinking of? I don't know what I'm thinking of. For like League of Legends or something, I guess I'm more fond of characters that have abilities that, you know, work together, or no, not League of Legends, what's it called? Pokemon. In Pokemon battles, I like moves and abilities that actually have effects that like can combine and stuff. Even though in general, when you're just playing through the normal game, or when I'm just playing through the normal game, I tend to just go with the things that have the best attack power and just destroy everything. But anyways, besides the point, I don't want to get the Viral Frost because basically that only upgrades the actual freezing effect. But because of this Tempest Tornado, the freezing effect isn't very important because the Tempest Tornado will just constantly push it back, plus the big one, will just destroy everything anyways. So, this Glaive Ricochet probably isn't that important right now, just because of all this other attack power that I have. However, it will be helpful with any large clumps of balloons, but again, because of the big one and Tempest Tornado and all that, not that important. So these few towers will probably get me the rest of the way, because of their power and everything. If anything, I should probably just get more spike factories with the Moab Shredder spikes in order to get rid of any Moab class balloons quicker. Because obviously those are probably my biggest threat now. Because all of these effects, the balloon impact, the freezing, the big one, and the Tempest Tornado, and even the Glaive Ricochet, basically all these towers are really good against normal balloons, but then in general they're not exactly the best against Moab class balloons because they're not specifically able to target them, I guess. And I probably don't need the red hot spikes in order to deal with the Moab class balloons. I've got enough anti-lead that having the spike factories without the lead popping ability isn't that big a deal, but I am still getting the upgrade because if I remember correctly, if I've noticed things correctly, every upgrade slightly increases the attack rate or the production rate of the spikes, which I could be wrong. It could just be my imagination. But it seems like that. Every upgrade, even if it's not directly saying that it'll upgrade its speed, it somehow does. So that's why I'm getting the red hot spikes. Plus then it looks better, I guess. And just in case there are leads for some reason getting through, then I have no idea. Alright, so I guess, like I said, pretty much it. I guess I should take this time to talk about something I haven't talked about in a while, which I feel like I should try to make a habit of talking about once a week or twice a month or something. But my brother's music. In case you haven't noticed, one, the song changed because now it's February, so I'm using a different song. But then also, my brother's the one that makes the music that I use in the intro and the outro of my videos. Some of you might not know what I mean by outro because you might have like left once I actually finish the actual mission thingamajig. But once I say that's it for this episode, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Like once I end that video, then there's about 30 seconds of me just giving a little credit to my brother for the music that he puts out for this video. So there's about 30 seconds. That's what I'd call my outro, even though it's not really an outro. I guess it's just credits, even though it's just one person I'm giving credit to. But anyways, so yeah, just the music there. My brother's the one that makes the music, and again, links in the description for his Bandcamp page and his YouTube account. He doesn't really update his YouTube very much at all, ever, but on his Bandcamp page is where you can find all his music, which in case you're not familiar with his, or with what Bandcamp is, it's a site for musicians to post their music. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much for free, but you name your own price, where you just select what song you want to download, and then you decide how much you want to pay. You could buy it for free and not spend any money, or you could pay $100 if you felt that passionate about the music. But it really is okay if you don't pay anything, just to buy his music or download his music for free. Totally legal. You're not cheating the system by getting it for free. That's just how it works. But at least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But it would be nice if you could pay at least like $1, maybe 50 cents if it allows you to only pay 50 cents. But it would be nice of you to pay at least $1 per song because that's generally what songs go for nowadays. It's just so lame how cheap music is. I mean, it's nice that music is so cheap, but it just feels like that's really devaluing or de-appreciating the work that musicians put into making music. Anyways, with these 3 spike factories that I just made, I am still going to wait for the spike storm, but with those 3 Moab Shredder spike factories, I don't think any Moabs are going to get through. Definitely no Moabs. Not Moab Maulers. BFBs, maybe. And ZOMG might have a chance to get through, but probably not, considering how powerful these all are. Anyways, back to my brother. He does make pretty good music, and again, I'm not saying that just because he's my brother. You can check out his Bandcamp page. He has like 5 different albums that each have a couple songs on them. The Buried Under Black and White and the Revisited albums are 2 of his best, in his opinion. So I would recommend checking those out. And in case you're not familiar, you can always go back to my older videos and check out the music that I play at the very beginning and the very end of those videos if you want to get a bigger taste without actually going to the Bandcamp page for some reason. I don't know. But anyways, anyone in the comments, if anyone listening doesn't believe my recommendation of my brother's music, maybe you guys in the comments could say what you think about it, because I know some of you have said that you like the music, but I suppose other people's opinions would also be a good idea. So yeah, as far as this game goes, it's pretty much done. I mean, again, actually, you know what? Because I'm talking about my brother's music so much, I am just going to fast forward for the rest of this video, at least until the song ends. Or at least until I finish the round. So for the rest of this, I'm just going to fast forward and play my brother's music. Alright, so that was that. Pretty easy. Oh wait, I was supposed to go free play mode. Ah, dang it. Oh well. No more free play. I'll probably end up doing free play mode whenever I remember, but I'll probably end up forgetting a lot of times. So sorry for that in advance. But anyways, that was it for that episode. Remember to check out my brother's music. Wink, wink, cough, cough. Nudge, nudge. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.